Congratulations, Mom and Dad, on 35 years at Southside. What a mighty God we serve. I want to thank you so much, Dad, for your strength. I want to thank you so much for your faith. I want to thank you for your sacrifice. And I just want to thank you for listening to God. I remember you coming to Kim, Q, and I and telling us we were moving to Durham, North Carolina. And I was like, at 13, I don't want to leave my friends. Can I stay with my grandparents? Can I stay with Brother and Sister Jackson? Can I stay with anybody? I did not want to come to Durham, North Carolina. However, I did. And I want to thank you so much for listening to God and having faith to step out there. You are my modern day Abraham, and I'm sure you didn't have any idea what was in store, but here we are 35 years later, and I want to thank you for just listening to the voice of God. Thank you for teaching me lessons of building. I use your example all the time in building my own ministry, and I thank God I am your legacy of ministry, and that I've been able to see an example, and I just want to thank you for showing me how to love, how to have faith, how to grace people. And I remember you teaching me lessons on reaping and sowing, and you was teaching me actually this particular day on about the good side of reaping. So if you just love people and you sow into their lives, you will reap so much love. And I actually am living that life right now. Mom, wow, there are so much things I can say about your sacrifice and your strength. I just want to thank you so much. There are many years that you had to be mom and dad, and I don't want you to think that went unnoticed, because we definitely appreciate you. You've taught us everything. You taught us how to cook. You taught us how to dress, and you taught us most of all about Jesus. And I remember sitting down at the table learning our books of the Bible and how we were tested, and how by 4 years old we were able to say all the books and we can say it backwards. And I just so appreciate that beginning of knowledge of you showing us Jesus, which is the best gift of all. I want to thank you so much for your strength. One of the greatest lessons I say that you always taught me is forgiveness. I can't imagine the heart, but we had a conversation in 2013 and you showed me about the spaces of your heart. And so I kind of understood from why you wouldn't fight sometimes. And I wanted you to fight. And I was like, Mama, fight. And you would say, but the battle is not yours, it's the Lord. So I want to thank you so much, because right now I'm learning how to choose my battles. And I remember those days you were teaching me that you don't have to fight, that God is in control. I want to thank my sister, Kenitra. I want to thank my brother, Quandrell. A lot of times we are overlooked in the sacrifice of the children of a preacher. And they always talk about the bad stuff about the preacher's kids, but they don't understand the sacrifice it takes sometimes. And even though we have different battle scars, we're still here. We are serving God, and we experience God, and we have our own ministries. And of course, they show up different in the world. However, we have learned how to build and how to have faith and how to love and enjoy Jesus. And he's the best experience of all. I just want to say thank you. You are not overlooked. God sees you. And here you are as well, 35 years later, even though our lives went in different ways. Q and I have been able to experience being out of town, and Q experienced being out of the country. But Kim, you've stayed here the whole 35 years. So we appreciate someone being here with our parents and what that means to them. And I want to say that to you, Kim, and to you, Q, I often listen to Mom, and she's had to introduce Kim and I at different speaking engagements, and she's always said this: Tonya gave me life. Kim sustains my life. Q saved my life. And I think about that. I even think about that sometimes just in my studies, because she just compared us to the Godhead. God gives life. The Holy Spirit sustains life, and Jesus saves our life. And so I want you to know that no matter what people say or had said, that you are a child of God, and I appreciate your ministry as well. And I thank you and I love you. For Kimberly, Darielle, Brianna, Kyrie, Kamani, and Maxwell, I want you to live your life. Do not get put in a box of people's unrealistic expectations of you. Yes, you are connected to a preacher, but you are not the preacher. And I want you to live your life and love God and always keep him first. And I promise you that God will always sustain and take care of you. Mom, Dad, thank you so much for the many lessons that you've shown us about love. love, 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 forgiveness, grace, building. I am so proud of you. It takes a lot. You had to put up with a lot and you had to go through a lot, but you always said that God is in control and with him all things are possible. So I want to give God all the glory and all the honor for your sacrifice of your giving your time and your love. And we will see Jesus face in peace because of the example that you have shown. I love you all.